Good morning, my Lifepro friends and family. How are you on this beautiful Sunday morning? It's Roseann White here, and I am just checking in on a few pieces of technology in this first few minutes of our Sunday morning live. So I want to welcome you all. Let me just double check. And I am just checking in. I can hear myself, so hopefully you can hear me too, and we will kick off this three-part series that I've created for you guys. And it's really about aging well. And here's the deal that we all need to face, right? We need to learn how to train smarter, not harder, to unlock our longevity zone. And for those of you that don't know me, I want to welcome you. I am one of three of the Lifepro health and wellness ambassadors that we meet with you folks weekly live on social media to talk about Lifepro products and how you can use them every day in every way to feel your best. So my role typically here is as a fitness trainer and holistic wellness coach, and we have Amber and Demi too that are on every week as well with just a plethora of knowledge, and I hope you're finding all that helpful. A little bit of housekeeping here. This is a live event. You can type in the chat. We're on Facebook, so we're on the the business page, and this will be copied onto the VIP page. So I want to invite you to ask questions on this. I'm going to see if I cannot share this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can share this on our group page. Maybe. Lifepro. Looks like I cannot. Give me one more second. Group. There it is. Excellent. I can share it. Perfect. So now I should be on both the VIP and the business page. So housekeeping. If you've got questions, ask them now. Here is the plan. This is a three-part series. Right now we're live. It's going to be recorded. It'll be available on both pages, and eventually will be loaded into the YouTube Lifepro channel for posterity's sake. My goal today is to go through the overview of this three-part series. We will have a workout. So yeah, I'm going to chat a little bit, and I know you guys sometimes don't like chatting, but this is some good information for you if you are, like me, getting older and you want to feel your best. I have recently celebrated another birthday, which I'm so grateful for. 68 is great, and I'm planning on rocking into those 70s as healthy as I can be. And for me, it has been a process, probably like you, to learn how to feel your best. Good morning, Pamela. So glad that you are joining me today. Hope you're having a great morning. I'm here to talk to you and everyone like us over the age of 30-something, more like 50, 60-something, about what is the longevity zone. I mean, that is a coined phrase right now that we've been talking about. How do we build metabolic flexibility? And what is metabolic flexibility? It's not just about being stretchy. It's a lot more than that. It's learning how to work with our metabolism. And as you know, if you are a Lifepro family member, we have lots of tools now to boost metabolism. But it takes you to use those tools consistently and kind of ease in to a sweet spot that always gets you a little bit out of your comfort zone, whether it is in a sauna, in an ice tub, on a vibration platform, lifting a weight, using any of the products, on the treadmill, on the flex stride, any of these products out of the comfort zone doesn't mean you have to hurt yourself physically. I'm going to say this with love, kick your butt. But it might feel like that in the beginning because it's not comfortable. But as I will continue to repeat myself, because I do that really well, consistency. So let me dive into this whole idea of longevity zone and I'm going to answer a lot of questions for you. I see one right now of how many minutes, let me get my, do you train a week? Well, this is going to be exactly what I'm going to be talking about. So, let's talk about longevity zone first. The longevity zone is the sweet spot where your training intensity, your recovery, and your lifestyle habits, there's other habits besides working out, create the perfect condition for metabolic flexibility, cellular repair, and vitality. It's about training intelligently at the right intensity to support your balance, support your hormones, support that anti-inflammatory adaptation, which helps with all our products, and improve not only your age and not just how you look. So the longevity zone sits between low intensity recovery work like walking, yoga, Pilates, mobility, and high intensity strength or power training. The middle ground is the sustainable, the repeatable, the restorative, the foundation of lifetime energy and resilience. So we're sitting between low intensity and high intensity in that mid ground. And there's science behind this, guys. The science is that we can't, as we age, our metabolism becomes less flexible, right? We're relying too heavily on carbohydrates, sugar, for energy, rather than getting our energy from movement. And then, so if we train in the longevity zone, we learn how to retrain our bodies to use both carbs and fats efficiently, meaning you don't have to cut all those carbs out. You can use them, because who doesn't need carbs? We need them for our brain, and we need good healthy fats for our nervous system. And by learning how to retrain how your body uses the carbs and fats, it will help improve mitochondria health and energy balance. Now, we have lots of red light therapy, which I love to use while I'm working out. I'm not going to be using it today, but I'm going to suggest to you, and I've seen questions on the Facebook group, can I wear my belts when I'm working out? Heck yeah. Help working on the fat cells around the belly? Heck yeah, wear your belt. Can I use a red light lamp while I'm training? Heck yeah, get the bio heel panel and put it on. Just make sure you wear your glasses. You know, add red light training. I just did a little since yesterday on Amazon using the Aliva Body Fit mat and the vibration plate. So if you're not familiar, I am on Amazon every week. But I did a little yoga flow using the vibration platform and the red light therapy. So back to the point, red light therapy helps with our mitochondria health, but working this plan of what I'm going to give you, aerobics, strength training, and resistance training, is going to also help your body to get into that longevity zone, which means you can have steady energy. Yay! You won't have those highs and lows. Fewer cravings. Yay! Who doesn't want less cravings, right? And improved endurance, meaning you have resilience to face any task at hand. So you can literally train this anti-aging factor slowly, but the best part, it doesn't require extremes, okay? But consistency, smart habits that support longevity. So, as we get older, our cells age, it happens, they get sluggish. And the secret of this lies really in this metabolic flexibility that I'm talking about. Your ability to smoothly switch between burning carbs and fats for energy. I see this all too often, and I don't want to diss any kind of dietary choice you take. I don't want to bad rap them all, because different things work for different people. Fasting for some people doesn't work for others. High protein, which I really favor, isn't always great for other people who can't digest proteins. Zero carbs might work for some people. I'm not one of those people. So you're going to find a nutritional plan that works for you, but we also want to know that we're moving our body so we can burn or keep our blood sugar stable, steady. And that's what the key is. And I coach this to my nutritional clients all the time. How to stabilize blood sugar to protect you from those highs and lows of fatigue, and then way too carved up where you're like got nervous energy. So this is where we want to have this kind of balance, the ability to switch from fuels to not use all the muscle. And I see this with a lot of folks that are now taking assistance, other things, the injectables and all that to help them with their food intake. But I'm seeing a lot of people losing a lot of muscle mass. So I want to teach you how to keep your muscle mass, how do you have that muscle mass to help you burn more calories efficiently. So improving this metabolic flexibility doesn't mean dietary extremes, okay? I'm saying that and I'm going to repeat it. There's no dietary extremes. It means regular movement, balanced meals. And when I say balanced meals, this is what I coach. A good balance of proteins, fats, carbs, fiber, okay? You've got to have that fiber part. So protein, fats, carbs, and fibers. You're going to get all that from fruits and vegetables, and of course, lean meats, fish, and plant protein. So there's no extremes. It's balanced meals. And keeping your mitochondria, the batteries of your cell, the powerhouse of your cell, in top condition. And that's how we have all our red light therapies to help us. So for us, for all of us, exercise, especially endurance and strength training, has been shown to retrain your metabolism, restoring your youthful efficiency into the later years of life. Like I said, I am planning on rocking this life and feeling better than I did when I was in my 30s, for sure. Better than my 40s, for sure. I am stronger, more flexible, and have that strength at 68. So it's not too late. I'm here to tell you, just start. So our zone tune training is like giving your mitochondria a spa day. Isn't that funny? It encourages your cells to use oxygen more efficiently. It helps to reduce inflammation, which we all tend to have. And when I hear, and it's besides my clients, I feel it too, when I'm like really achy and all that, and it's like, oh, is it arthritis? Well, inflammation can create arthritis. So I want to push that inflammation out. I want to move through that puffiness, that stiffness, and push out inflammation. And it's through movement, really. It's not about taking another pill. And by reducing inflammation, our body becomes more metabolically flexible. That's why many longevity scientists and athletes swear by it. And I do too. So, to answer some questions, even 2 to 3 sessions, 2 to 3 times a week, think of it, cycling, hiking, brisk walking, rowing, can profoundly improve how your body handles aging. It's not about exhaustion, but it's about consistency over time to get into the longevity zone. Now, how can you get into this zone? Well, you want to be able to work in an effort that feels challenging but sustainable. You can talk, but you can't sing, okay? So if you're singing a song through a workout, chances are you're not working up to that level. I don't want you huffing and puffing where you can't talk, but you want to really feel like you're, and you know when I'm teaching a class, you can hear me where I'm like kind of just to that point where it's a little challenging. So I want you to work to that point. Hey, good morning, Adriana. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. We're just going to get into the workout in a moment. I know I've spent, gosh, I just wanted to spend about 15, 20 minutes talking to you guys, and then we're going to go into the workout. But I want to talk about getting into it. So you want to get into that correspondence of 60 to 75% of your maximum heart rate. And here's the deal, guys. There are some, and they're in the Lifepro manuals. They have some training charts on there, and they're very overall general, saying there's an approximate formula of a number minus your age times your beats per minute. But if you want a very specific formula, it's called the Carbonine formula. Send me a private message, and I will send you a PDF file that tells you how to calculate your formula, your zone, what your zone is. Because what your zone is will be different than mine. The person that's, I'm going to say this with love, the couch potato, that's 68, and the person that's running marathons at 68 have a different heart rate range. So yours is going to be different than mine. Mine's going to be different than someone else's. If you're on statins and beta blockers, that changes too. And sometimes that number doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, you can talk, but you can't sing. So why does this matter? Why does this all matter for you? Well, when you build mitochondria density, you'll get lasting energy, okay? You're going to improve your fat utilization and your metabolic flexibility that I talked about, that ability to get more oxygen, to reduce inflammation, to have more resilience. You're going to reduce the oxidative stress in the body, again, inflammation. You're going to support hormonal balance. And hormonal balance doesn't mean just when we're younger. We've got hormones that work on leptin and ghrelin that work on our cravings of feeling sustained. We've got so many different hormones that we need to stay in balance as we age. And of course, the big one, that insulin sensitivity. So you don't have to rely on medication for that. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because some of us have to rely on it. I have genetics that make me pre-diabetic, and I'm watching that, my AC1s all the time, where I'm doing blood tests quarterly, because my AC1 levels tend to run high, and I'm not a big sugar person, but it's in the genes. So I'm working on those epigenetics, changing my DNA structure. And why we want to work into this longevity zone really is about enhancing our recovery and our brain health. The heart health and the brain health. Those two things matter so much as we train. And good morning, Tina. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks for saying hi. I'm so glad you guys are chatting with me. I always feel like I'm kind of talking to myself, and usually I'm exercising, so I can't chat with you. So let me tell you how often to train in longevity zone. I know Pamela asked me this. So this is my suggestion, and it's based by science too, so just don't take my word for it. Do the research. Aim for 3 to 5 sessions per week, 30 to 60 minutes each, okay? So I literally have my phone calendar. I plan my workouts. It's like an appointment with myself. It's like hiring my own trainer. 3 to 5 sessions per week, 30 to 60 minutes. Make an appointment with yourself. Keep your exercise, as I mentioned, somewhere between 60 to 75% in that zone. Then that's 2 to 3 of those, and that's more of like the aerobic type of exercise. And then we're going to aim for 1 to 2 strength or power days with muscle maintenance and bone density. Okay, so here you can write this down. I'm going to give you a sample. Okay, this is my training tip. Monday, strength training, 45 minutes. Tuesday, longevity, cardio training, 40 minutes. Wednesday, resistance and mobility training, 30 minutes. That was Wednesday. Thursday, longevity. That's cardio training, 40 minutes. Friday, strength circuit, 45 minutes. So that's my, and then Saturday, longevity walk or yoga, 30 to 60 minutes. And I'll put this in the chat for you guys if you want. And then Sunday, rest or light movement. Now, you can mix those days up. Maybe you want Wednesday as your rest day, but just have one rest day for sure. Do not overtrain, and kind of break it up. All right, I think I've chatted enough for you guys. Have I? Heck yeah, I have. So when I say stay in longevity zone, you're not depleting your body. You're training to adapt. This is how you stay vibrant, strong, flexible, and metabolically flexible for decades. Now, we're going to go into the strength training. Here is my plan for you guys today. Dumbbells, I've got my PowerFlow, I've got my PowerStone Kettlebell, and I've got my Rumblex Pro 4D. That's what I'm going to be using. Muscle is metabolic gold. Let me say that again. Muscle is metabolic gold. Doesn't mean you have to have big muscles. You just have to have muscles that are strong to help you burn calories even at rest. You don't, I mean, some of us tend to bulk up, and that's great. But some of us have no muscle mass, and that is not good. So when we have muscle, we burn calories even at rest. It's science, guys. Don't take my word for it. Okay, isn't that cool? Now, strength training reverses muscle loss, and muscle loss happens when we actually, at the age of about 30, we start losing muscle mass, which is sad, really. And it's funny because I actually started gaining muscle in my 40s because I started getting serious about it. So again, not too late. I wasn't a big workout person. Well, I was. I kind of was a workout person, but I also had a pretty crazy lifestyle of drugs and alcohol. And once I got rid of that stuff, I got a little more serious about my health, thank God. So here's my workout for you today. We're going to go, here's an example. It's 6 to 8 exercises, 2 to 3 rounds, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We want to feel grounded and strong. Okay, remember, this is going to be your anti-aging medicine in motion because muscle is metabolic gold. I will put this exercise in the chat as well for you guys, this plan. I'm just going to do 1 round of each, and basically what we're going to do is we've got a warm-up, then we're going to have one circuit, and there's about 5 exercises, 6 exercises, 4 or 5 in the first circuit. That's going to be our foundational strength. I'm doing 1 round, and I want you to go through it and then do a second round, if time permits, a third round. But at least, I'd love for you to do at least 2 rounds, work up to 3. Then I'm going to go through a second circuit, same thing. It's going to be a little more power, endurance, and strength. And same thing, I'm going to perform 1 round, and I want you to perform 2 to 3 rounds, okay? 45 seconds to 15-second rest. And then we're going to finish with about 5 minutes of core and posture. It's not a big core workout, although you're working your core all the time, but I want to address the core at the very end. We'll do some gentle stretches, okay? Are you guys ready to do this? I know, I normally don't talk this much, but I've been thinking about so much, especially turning 68. I'm like, wow, I'm really close to 70, and that's kind of a trippy thing to say, but I have learned to live a fit, active lifestyle. And yesterday we went to a party. My girlfriend had a book launch, and I said to my girlfriend, when I go to parties, I eat dessert first. It's just my treat. I get to do that, and not without any guilt, you know. When I woke up this morning, didn't put on a bunch of weight because of it, you know. It's just my cheat days. But I'm going to work with you guys, and then my husband and I are taking our Sunday rest day of going to the walk, going for a walk, doing some yoga, stretching, or something gentle. Okay, that's all I got. Let's go into this. So here's how it's going to start, guys. I am going to use vibration platform, okay? And like I said, I will put this in the chat. Make sure you have water handy. And if today you don't have your plate or you don't have weights, what I want to invite you to do, I want to encourage you to just stand up and move with me, okay? Just stand up and do the movements. You don't have to have the weights. At least you're moving today. And then if you like it, and I hope you do, then you're going to repeat it and add your weight, add your plate. But if you have your plate and your weights, grab them. Why not? Okay, let me grab some water again. I do have a timer. I don't like to get too caught up with reps because for me, I kind of lose count sometimes. So that's why I like the timer. 40 seconds work, 20 seconds off. We're going to start, and let me pull up my workout program for you because I can't remember all the stuff, so I need to always. And I will be happy to send this in the chat. I may make a whole document out of this because hold on, let me get my timer working here. Timers. All right. I might do a little ebook on this because I'm just been pretty passionate about it. I like to use my smartwatch for my accountability, and we're just going to call this functional strength training. If you've got an Apple Watch, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put my platform on, and lately for me, I don't know, I go through phases with my platform. People go, what do you use? What do you do? Here's the thing. Anything you do on this platform is going to be great. I like lateral and oscillation at mid-range. That's kind of in my happy zone for right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to warm up. With this, all we're going to do is kind of just march in place. You can do it on the floor or on your platform. And I'm not making big marches. I just want to kind of march in place. If you don't like marching on your platform for whatever reason, we can do step-ups. And I'm just going to do this for about a minute. Thinking about, and you see I have shoes on today. You can go barefoot on this. Just be careful if you are lifting weights. Be careful you don't drop them on your toes. I've done that once. Oh, it wasn't fun. Switching my lead leg here. While I'm in my warm-up, here's what I'm thinking. Right about 3 inches below the belly button, I want you to think about pulling that in and up. I want you to think about your collarbones lifted up. I want you to draw your chin in, the crown of the head to the sky, and big breaths in and out. Get that oxygen flowing. Now, from this step up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to stand here. You can go a little bit wider on your plate, and we're going to roll shoulders up and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift everything up and drop. Pull the belly up and in. Feel the weight, heels and toes. And then I'm going to add some torso rotation while I do this now. And I'm rolling my shoulders, almost like a little swimming motion. I'm shifting the weight side to side. We're doing these rolls for about a whole minute total. So we've got about 15 more seconds. You notice I'm not doing forward rolls. I kind of like to do them backward. We're already forward in so much of our posture, so I don't need to entice any more forward movement. Now from here, my third warm-up is going to be just a body-weighted squat. So sit back and rise up. Pull the chin in. Hands can go behind the head. It gets a little bit more work in your core, but it helps you from leaning forward, okay? I don't want to bow forward. I want to sit back. So I have to get weight in my heels. My navel drives back. If you want to swing arms with this, reach forward and back, that's fine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press down. We'll do this for about 20 more seconds. Feel big toes, inner heels, little toes, outer heels. I want all the foot to be actively pressing into the floor or plate. You've got 5 more seconds on this. Now, we'll do a cat-cow standing. So we're going to tuck the chin and come down for a second. I'm going to come back up. Forearms on the thighs. Tuck, drop your head, and then let your belly hang out. Pull your shoulders back. If you don't like your hands on, or your forearms on your thighs, put hands on the thighs. Round, but pull elbows back. Notice I'm not lifting my chin, that's in my neck. I want to make it come from belly and tail. Natural gaze forward, tuck, and arch. Exhale, and inhale. About 15 more seconds of this. Getting the hip joints, the knees, really bracing the transverse abdominis, lower belly muscles. One more. And from here, round yourself up. The last thing we're going to do in our warm-up is a standing reach. So stretch side to side. Take inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. I think it's super important to get our spine to move in all directions. We did rotation, we did flexion, extension, now side bending, big reaches. My knees are softly bent throughout this. 20 more seconds, get a big stretch. In the last 20 seconds, let's roll down and then put your hands behind your back and lift up and then roll down and then lift up. Excellent. Okay, that was our warm-up. So about 5 minutes, I want you to warm up. Now here's our circuit. There's dumbbell squats, bent over rows, kettlebell deadlifts or dumbbell deadlift, standing side lateral raises left and right, and planks or modified planks. Ready for this, guys? Okay, dumbbell squats. I'm gonna go, because it's 40 seconds, I'm gonna go 10-pound weights. Now remember, your first set you might go 10, next set you can go 15 pounds, you decide. I'm gonna hang out for just a few seconds. I wanna get my clock to work here. Let me just actually get it back in place. Yep, all right. We're gonna begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We squat and press up. Sit down and reach. I bend the elbows and reach. I'm not going completely straight to the sky. I don't want to get in my neck. Down and up. Last one. Okay, we're going to rest for a few 20 seconds and go into bent over rows. So I'm going to keep the same weight. I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit closer. When you're doing your bent over row, tuck your chin in. That's super important. Okay, we're going to start in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Chin in. We're going to pull and reach. Pull and reach. I'm going to show you from the side here. Elbows in, but make it come from between the shoulder blades. Pull. Keep the chin tucked. Exhale. Feel the shoulder blades, the scapula, retract and protract. 10 more seconds here. Again, I'm not counting reps. Weight in my heels, but all 10 toes are spread. And last one. And come up. Now, from here, I'm going to go to a kettlebell deadlift. I'm going to go into, oh gosh, I think I'll use 16 pounds on this. Okay? Be a little bit wider than hip distance. Tuck the chin. We're going to hinge from the hips and lift. Push the hips back. So look where my wrists are, right where my knees. I'm almost touching that kettlebell down. Back is flat. and up. Breathe in, pull the belly in first, exhale up. Soft bend in the knees. You've got 10 seconds here. When I hold my kettlebell, I'm almost like pulling the horns apart. And last one, that's my kettlebell deadlift. Now from here, I'm going to go into, I think I'll just do 5 pounds on this. I could probably go 10, but I'll go 5, and it can even be kettlebell. I'm going to go to a, it's my plank holds. Plank holds, 40 seconds. Let's do it. Spread fingers wide and hold. Now, tuck your chin in. I have cued several people who have wrist problems to put a washcloth under each wrist to make sure that you're not putting that much pressure on your wrist, but roll your elbows in, pull your shoulders back. Think about that 3 inches below the navel. Pull it up and in and push the ground away. You got 10 more seconds here. You can put a little baby bend in your elbows so you're not locking at the elbows. Squeezing the heels together, squeezing the glutes, and release. So you can do anything for 40 seconds. Shake it out. Okay, that was our first set. You can go and do that and repeat it 2 to 3 times, and then go into the next circuit, or go from circuit 1 to circuit 2. Grab some water, and then we'll do our power and endurance circuit. Now this one, again, 2 to 3 rounds, 40 seconds to 20 rest. Perfect timing. So I had that warm up, and the first circuit you saw was 5 pounds, so 5 minutes. So that was 10 minutes. You want to be in the vibration platform again, go for it. This one I think I'll go into just oscillation only. Yeah, I'm just going to do oscillation on this. Our first exercise is going to be alternating reverse lunge. Weight's optional on this. And you know what, guys? I'm going for it. I'm going to go for 10 pounds. I'm holding it at my side. We're going to alternate reverse lunge. So that means we're going to come up. We're going to step back right leg, step up. Step back left leg, step up. My head goes back with my foot. Now, of course, adding the vibration balance, or vibration works my balance as well. Step back, pause, drop your knee down, push up off. I didn't cue that very well the first few. Step back, drop the knee down, press up into it. 20 more seconds. Step back, down, push off. Step back, find it, down, and push up. Alternating is definitely a little harder, but I like it. Last one here, and adding the 20 pounds. Okay, that got my heart rate picking up. Now we're going to go into a push-up on the platform. And you can go wide. And remember I talked about the towel, right? So here's what I'm talking about. You can go wide or narrow push-up. I'm going to go slightly wide. I don't need this, but I'm showing you for example. Okay, 40 seconds of push-ups. Let's start with toes to see how that works. We're going to go in 5 seconds. My fingertips are turned in slightly, chin tucked in. I'm on my toes. Gazing forward, we come down and up. That's 1. Inhale down, exhale up 2. Even if it's a baby bend, 3, 4, 5. That was my first 20 seconds. I'm on my knees. I can go a little bit deeper. Chest to the plate and push up. Notice how I'm looking slightly forward. I see all the time people dropping their head. That is a no-no. Here's your last one, and up. And just get a little stretch back, and come on up. So, I'm surprising myself more and more that I can actually stay 20 seconds in push-ups on my toes. It takes time. Okay, from here we're going to go into dumbbell kettlebell swings. I'm going to go a little lighter on this. I think 13 pounds for my first set. Okay. Now, kettlebell swings, again, it is not about your arms doing the work, it's the thrust of the hips. Okay, so I'm going to put that bell underneath me, taking a breath in, and I lift. On the platform, it's a little trickier because I'm going to really focus on driving into my feet. Exhale. I can't talk when I do this. 20 seconds to go. Push the heels. Squeeze the glutes. 10 seconds. And done. That one does it every time. All right. Heart rate's definitely up here. Now I'm going to go upright row with a curl. I think I'll do 10 pounds. And I'm going to do one arm at a time. So, no, actually I'm going to do both. Let's get this done. Okay. So, heart rate's going to come down in this. I'm going to go upright row, turn the palms, bicep curl. Elbows forward, up. Turn, elbows in, up. Abs pull up and in when I do this. Shoulder blades stay down. Body is strong and stable. There's no rocking the boat here. I'm getting a lot of movement in from the shoulder joint. Okay, let's go 10 more seconds. Up, rotate and bend. Pull, maybe a slight hold at the top, and a squeeze of the bicep, and release. All right, we've got one more, which wouldn't be a workout if I didn't put a glute bridge on there. And when I do this, let me add a tricep press to it. What the heck, why not? I'm going for 15 pounds, guys. I'm kicking it up just a little here. Okay, you can see me okay? Yes. All right. Grabbing the sides of the weight. Get it down here. We're gonna lift the hips, drop the butt, bend the elbows, push up. Not only do I want to feel my heels pushing down, but I want to feel like they're dragging toward my butt, like I'm trying to pull this platform toward me with my feet. Reaching strong and long. Let's do one more. And then come down. Roll up. And there we go. Okay, that was our second circuit. So there was 6 exercises there, 40, 20, right? Now we're gonna end with a finishing core movements. There's gonna be 5 movements, and we're gonna go a minute each with them. So the first one, grab a sip of water. The first one is it's called standing pull-off press. Move this back a little. I'm gonna go 5 pounds. You can even use a kettlebell on this. Actually, that's not enough. Let's go 10 pounds. You can hold a kettlebell on this too. All right, it can be right in front of you. We're doing this for 1 minute. Soft knees, and don't go too wide. Keep it kind of knees under the hip crease. Okay, out, hold, 3, 2, 1, slowly pull in, exhale, push out, hold, 3, 2, 1, back in, I'm just going right from the center, the hollow of the belly. Press out. My elbows are bent slightly. I'm not straight arm it. You can go straight arm if you want, but it's a lot of stress on the shoulder joint. Press out. Stay with me on this, guys. You're halfway through. Think belly in as you push out. Hollow out the core. And I should say hollow out the abs. Your core is more than just your belly. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Last 15 seconds. Keep your collarbones lifted. So think lift the chest, not the chin. One more time, you got it. And release. Perfect. So no real break. We're going to go right into bird dogs. You could be on hands and knees. If you want knees on the vibration platform or hands, you decide. I'm going to go knees on. Okay, we're going to reach out and back. What's it right there? Oops, dang it. Operator error, sorry guys. Want to move my platform. Okay, let me regroup here. Reach and back. Now this is one option, okay? This is probably the easier one. Let me show you another option. Okay. We're gonna come onto knees. You might need a little bit of padding here. We're gonna stretch and stretch. Okay, put a blanket under your platform, that's fine. That's option 2. If you want option 3, if you don't want the platform at all, just come over the platform. But can you keep this leg straight and long and thumb by the ear? That's what I'm looking for. So I want thumb by, or arm by the, let me recue, bicep by the ear. Reach, toes pointing down. Last one each way. All right. From our bird dog, it's a Superman hold. Okay, let me show you this one, guys. I love this one, especially because it's kind of on my belly here. Okay, I'm gonna, oops. It's the one thing about my, as you guys are Rumblex owners, you know, shutting the platform off. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, from here, legs are straight. Activate your glutes. We're going to come up. This is a minute of these, and then down. Elbows hugged in. So this is like a sphinx to swan. Feeling my glutes. You are going to feel a contraction in the back, but it shouldn't be painful. I'm pulling my abdominals up and in. Pulling the shoulders back. Drag the shoulders back, press into the finger pads. Keep the glutes active, almost as if you're trying to lift your thighs off the plate. This is where I would definitely recommend a blanket on your platform, just because it might be tender in your pubic bone. 10 more seconds. My body loves extension work. From years of being in a flexion job, it was wicked on my spine, so I love extension. Here's your last one. Press away, and then carefully come on back. Just take a quick little child's pose to counter that. And then from here, we're going to go into a seated spinal twist. Okay. In our seated spinal twist. Make sure you guys can see me, okay? Sit up tall. We're going to rotate right and left. Now, I think I'm going to keep my head forward so I can feel my ribs and my shoulders. Push down on the opposite knee. Exhale. You can hold for a little bit. If you want a little bit more, reach back. Oh, I didn't want to turn my head. Up and back, reach. Up and back, reach. I can feel more of my spine popping with this. Twist. You can always do hands behind the head, but then you're going to have to turn your head with that. And that's okay. So I'm not trying to be so like you must do this or that. Do what works for your body. If it feels better to hold behind the plate and push down into the plate and the knee, that might work better for you. But just stay with a minute of this. Spinal twisting, abs pulled in. 10 more seconds to go. Oh God, this feels so good. Exaggerate the rib cage and shoulder rotation. That's why I'm kind of taking it out of the head. Excellent. And finally, a deep breathing stretch. Now, you've got a couple options here. You can sit on the platform. You can lay on the floor with your legs over the platform. You can also go into a supported bridge pose where I'm laying straight, I'm reaching over it, I'm getting, because I love back bends, I'm going to hang out here. And just breathe into belly, ribs, chest, and then find all three parts of breathing. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. My feet are active. Okay, I'm not checking out. I want to push my heels out, toes in, tuck the chin in. Get a nice little stretch through this. Again, if this is too much for your spine, lay flat on the floor with your legs over the platform like this. But instead of checking out, keep your legs active, okay? I'm flexing my feet and I'm getting more movement into my hips. Actually, both of them feel good, so whatever works for you. My butt is slightly hovered off the ground because my legs are active, and that's okay. Take a big breath in and out. And finally, we will hug knees to chest, lift head and shoulders, roll to the side, come on up. Yeah. So, from start to finish, I was at about 25 minutes. Now, as I mentioned, I want you to do 2 more circuits at least, repeating 1 or 2, so that's going to give you another 10 minutes. So you're about at a 30, 35-minute workout, give or take. Some of the things I talked a little bit more, so my timer was off a bit, but you get the idea, right? Don't worry about making it perfect, just do it. Let's see, Trish, can I get a list of when your live classes are? I come on to the class Facebook weekly, either Saturdays or Sundays, depending. I think for the month of October, it's going to be Sundays, guys. I hope you like this time. I have Trish, have you gotten the PDF file with all the recorded vibration plate workouts? Because we have a PDF file. Actually, Amber's got one, and Deb's got one, and I've got one. I've got 235 workouts. Most of them are platform, but there's other things too. So if you want that, direct message me, Trish, if you can. Or I'll check back with you after this live and I'll send you the PDF file. And YouTube, guys, look for us on YouTube. Go to Lifepro's YouTube channel, follow it. Again, Deb, Amber, and I have lots of videos on there. You just Google our name and look for the situation, whether it's glutes, abs, arms, shoulders, hips, whatever we've got all this stuff. It's just a plethora of knowledge for you guys. Okay, so that's it. This is part 1 of our longevity series. Every week I'm going to focus on something different. It's strength, it's aerobics, and I'm looking at my watch here. For that 25 minutes, about 100 calories. That's pretty good. And if I would repeat all of them, I'd probably get maybe 150 calorie burn. But again, it's about the burn after the burn, right? The second set, you go a little more weight. You go a little deeper into your movements. But we want to work on the strength. Next week, we're going to work on aerobics. And the following week, we're going to work on metabolic or resistance and endurance. So you can use any of the equipment we have. You can do body weighted exercises too with the metabolic. Have variety, have fun, but most importantly, have consistency. Okay guys, I want to thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm super excited to share this series with you because the one thing I hear, and maybe you've said it, oh, I'm too old, it's too late. Oh, that post-menopause, you know, it's changed everything. Well, I get it. I've been 15, 16 years post-menopause. That is only an excuse. It is not fact. Sure, levels change, but your body, your cells, your mitochondria, they're, you know, we can get them healthier and happier. We can get those cells stronger. Feed your body with good stuff. Move it in good ways. Think awesome thoughts that you are worthy of all this. It is not too late. You are not too old to live fit and feel great. So today, just know you're training your body to adapt, to switch fuels, and to recover faster. That's our goal. So now, after your workout, go into your sauna blanket, go into your red lights, whatever you have, and get a little recovery time. Use your Synergy gun, Spinergy gun. Don't you love that gun? Today we're putting together the Rejuvicure sauna room. I'm so excited about this. My husband and I are putting it together, so hopefully we'll be doing an Amazon Live next Friday on that, so you can catch me on that. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I love the Lifepro line, the family, the owners, everything about it. It just makes life really good. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.